Dear students, so I'm Dr. Venkatesh Mutalik. So today I'm going to engage your class. Actually, it has to be done through online, but in fact, the non-availability of the facilities, I'm sharing my video lecturing. So actually, as per your syllabus, I have been allotted for 3 topics: heterocyclic compounds, alkalides, and pericyclic reactions. Heterocyclic compounds is of 5 hours and alkalides is of 5 hours, and remaining is part with pericyclic reactions. So let us see what are to be studied in this pericyclic, the heterocyclic compounds. The main objectives: classification, aromaticity of 5-membered and 6-membered rings containing 1 heteroatom, synthesis of pyrrole furan by Polar synthesis method, pyridine by Hansch synthesis, indole by Fischer synthesis, quinoline by scrap synthesis method, and isoquinoline by Bishler-Naparsky synthesis method. Reactions of furan, pyrrole, and pyridine, and mechanism of electrophilic substitution reactions in the pyrrole and pyridine. This is your syllabi content of the heterocyclic compounds. What exactly these heterocyclic compounds or heterocycles? You have learned a very basic classification of organic compounds. Organic compounds are broadly classified into 2 types: homocyclics, heterocyclics. Cyclic structure made up of only one type of atoms called homocyclic. For example, you can take carbocyclic compounds. Carbocyclic, say about benzene, cyclopropane, cyclohexane, all these are carbocyclic derivatives, carbocyclic compounds. They are made up of only carbon atoms. If cyclic compounds in the ring structure, if it contains one atom which is other than carbon, say about heteroatoms such as oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur, then we can call them as heterocyclic compounds. For example, you can take benzene nucleus. In the benzene, out of 6 carbon atoms in the ring, if one carbon atom is replaced by oxygen, nitrogen, or sulfur, then we can call it as heterocyclic compound. Say for example, in the benzene structure, one carbon atom is replaced by nitrogen, heterocyclic compound is called pyridine. So therefore, one question commonly arises whether all cyclic compounds are heterocyclic compounds. It is not, because there are some cyclic compounds though containing heteroatom, especially lactones, alkene oxides, etc. They are highly unstable. They may not be regarded as heterocyclic compounds. So these may be regarded as heterocyclic compounds. They are very stable form of the rings. Heteroatom never going to alter any strain in the molecule. So that's why heteroatom in the ring in place of carbon does not alter the strain relationship significantly. The most stable heterocyclic compounds are those which are having 5 or 6 membered rings. Based on this, heterocyclic compounds may be defined as 5 or 6 membered cyclic compounds with at least one heteroatom such as sulfur, oxygen, or nitrogen in the ring as the ring member. They are relatively stable and exhibit aromatic character. Especially heterocyclic compounds in their ring structure, if they having double bond character, they are going to exhibit aromatic character. That means which type of cyclic compounds may be considered as heterocycles means they must be relatively stable and exhibit aromatic character. What are the important sources for heterocyclic derivatives? How they can, of course, synthetically prepared, but in fact, some of the naturally occurring compounds may consisting of heterocyclic moieties. Heterocyclic compounds are abundantly available in plant, animal products and form one half of the natural organic compounds: alkaloids, drugs, dyes, proteins, enzymes, etc. They are the important representatives of this class of compounds. You can see here, these are some important bioactive quinolines. You have heard about antimalarial drugs called the chloroquine and etc. This is the quinine moiety. So here you will find the quinoline. Okay, it is an quinine is an anti-malarial natural product it is, and this is a quinoline structure. This is heterocyclic moiety. Chloroquine is also consisting of quinoline. Similarly, you can see ranitidine. It is the most common antacid tablet which is available in the market. This is consisting of a substituted furan nucleus. This is a furan, heterocyclic moiety it is. Ketorolac, anti-inflammatory analgesic, one which reduces the pain and body temperature. So this is supposed to be called the heterocyclic moiety, that is the pyrrole nucleus. Okay. So therefore, most of the important drug molecules, alkaloids, they are consisting of heterocyclic moieties. One of the important plant growth hormone, tryptophan, it is consisting of the condensed type of heterocyclic molecule, and here it is called as an indole. Here also you will find indole moiety. Here also you will find indole moiety. Then bioactive azoles. Azoles means nitrogen containing heterocycles. This is a oxazole heterocyclic moiety it is, because oxygen atom is there, nitrogen atom, oxazole. Then diazole derivative. This is consisting of two nitrogen atoms. These two are the important azole derivatives because of the presence of nitrogen. This is an heterocyclic moiety, and it is also heterocyclic moiety it is. So here you can see this is heterocyclic moiety called oxazole. This is an heterocyclic moiety called as the diazole it is. Okay. So what are the important methods to classify these heterocycles? Heterocycles have been classified based upon their ring size and presence of heteroatom. These are all 3-membered heterocycles. Similarly, you can classify them as 4-membered, 5-membered, 6-membered and 7-membered heterocycles. Again, they have been classified saturated, unsaturated. If ring structure is consisting of double bond, then we can call it as unsaturated. If no double bond character, then called saturated. So these are some important examples of the 3-membered heterocycles, including saturated, unsaturated, having nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur as heteroatoms. You can see the 4-membered heterocycles. Later I will discuss about the nomenclature system and all. Just you can observe the types of different heterocyclic compounds. Okay, these are 5-membered heterocycles. Here you will find no double bond, but here you will find the double bond character. 6-membered heterocycles. Here again no double bond. Of course, it is called piperidine. It is called as a pyridine. It is. Then 7-membered heterocycles are also being present. But as per your syllabus, you are supposed to concentrate and you can study about only 5 and 6-membered rings, even writing of structural formulae and naming of the 5 and 6-membered heterocycles, including their synthesis and reactions. Okay, these are fused ring heterocycles. Fused ring means one of the aromatic nucleus is also present along with heterocyclic moiety. Here you will find heterocyclic moiety. This is the pyridine nucleus. Okay, here you will find benzene. So therefore it is called benzopyridine, but fused with benzene, quinoline it is. This is the pyrrole nucleus associated with benzene. So benzopyrrole, okay, this commonly called as indole. This is a quinoline, but here you will find nitrogen atom is present at second position. So therefore it is called isoquinoline. The benzobifuran, this is another way of naming of the cyclic compounds, but here we have taken heterocyclic compounds. What is this B? It means where point of attachment is present with the aromatic nucleus. You can start from here 1, 2, A, B. So this portion, it is attachment with respect to B. So therefore you can call it as benzobifuran. Suppose here you can take sulfur, it is A, B, C, or you can take A, B, C, same. On either clockwise or anti-clockwise, you will find same. So benzo C thiophene, and one A, B, C, D. So benzo D thiophene. Similarly, F with respect to nitrogen atom, here you can see A, B, C, D, E, F. With respect to this, here you will find F position. So therefore, you can call it as the benzo F, where bridge is going to taking place with respect to other nucleus. You need not bother about in detail about this nomenclature system. You should remember how the heterocycles are being classified and named. So in systematic way, how to name them? It specifies the following characters such as ring size, nature, type of heteroatom, position of heteroatom. Nomenclature system means it is totally based upon its ring size, degree of unsaturation, and type of heteroatom and position of the heteroatom it is. You have learned about basic nomenclature, IUPAC system of nomenclature in open chain hydrocarbons. IUPAC system of nomenclature of hydrocarbons is consisting of three important parts: prefix, word root, and suffix. For example, you can take chloromethane. Chloro is the prefix, meth is the word root, that is carbon atom, en stands for single bond character, chloromethane. But in fact, while naming of heterocyclic compounds, instead of word root, here stem is going to be used. The suffix is with respect to ring size, and the prefix is with respect to heteroatom. Here first this table describes about the prefix name with respect to heteroatom. Suppose the oxygen atom is present, then it is called oxa. Oxa. Suppose 5-membered ring, double bond character is there, oxygen atom is in the ring. Oxa is the prefix, okay, and all, it is the stem for 5-membered ring. ಹೆಂಗೆ 5 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೆಂಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5-membered ring ಗೆ all. Where exactly what we call it, use the word root as penta for pent for 5 carbon atoms in the open chain. Here we are using the stem as all for 5-membered ring. In the next slide you can see that. Nitrogen, this is the prefix name for heteroatom only. Sulfur, thia. Selenium, selena. Tellurium, tellura. So these are different heterocyclic heteroatoms and their prefixes, but you need not bother about from selenium onwards. But here oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur atoms are, because you are learning about only basic heterocycles. Suppose when heterocyclic moiety is present with 2 or more number of heteroatoms, then you can use the prefixes as a di, tri, etc. 2 oxygen, dioxa. 2 sulfur atoms, dithia. If 3 nitrogen atoms are being present, diaza, so on. Suppose when system is consisting of more than one kind of different heteroatom, in such case we can use the order of preference based on their periodic table and atomic number, etc. So therefore oxygen takes preference over sulfur, because here you can see if 2 or more different heteroatoms are present, then their order of citation starts with the heteroatom of the higher groups in the periodic table. And if in the same group, if it is present in the same group, the lower atomic number of the atom will take the preference. But anyhow, this is the order of the preference of the atoms. When a heterocycle is consisting of both sulfur and nitrogen, sulfur takes preference over the nitrogen. Then we can call it as the thiaza. Thiaza means nitrogen along with sulfur. Oxathia, having oxygen and sulfur. Size of monocyclic ring is denoted by stem, as already I told you. Open chain compounds in which word root we are using for number of carbon atoms. 1 carbon it is called meth, 2 carbon atoms it is called eth, 3 carbon atoms it is called prop, 4 carbon atoms is called but. Similarly, here stem, instead of word root we can use the word as stem. Stem stands for size of the ring. Stem stands for the size of the monocyclic ring it is. If 3-membered ring is there, we must use the stem name as IR. If 4-membered ring, it is EAT. If a 5-membered ring, it is called all. If 6-membered ring, we can call it as IN, and so on. Numbering of the ring starts from heteroatoms or substituents. Suppose the ring is consisting of heteroatom only, then always you can start from heteroatom. Always, just like in functional compounds, alcohol you can take ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. The numbering always starts from OH group. Which carbon is atom attached by OH group means from first carbon, then we can give the numbering as 1, 2, 3. Then it is called as 1-propanol. Similarly, in the heterocyclic structures, heterocyclic ring, the always numbering starts from heteroatom, just like as in the functional compounds. Degree of unsaturation, hydrogenation is also important. You leave about this part because you are not having this particular part of this. But anyhow, you should remember the degree of hydrogenation is indicated in the suffix as shown in partially hydrogenated compounds, are indicated by prefixes dihydro, tetrahydro, etc., or by prefixing the same name of the parent unsaturated compound with a symbol H preceded by the number of indicating position of the saturation. Okay, that you will come to know where exactly reactions are being taking place and naming system. This is the table which is indicating the stem names along with unsaturation, saturation. Suppose ring is 3-membered having no double bonds, then it is called IR is the stem, EN stands for the saturation, no double bonds. IR is the stem, EN is the double bond character. IRene, 3-membered ring, double bond character. 3-membered ring, no double bond. Similarly, 4-membered EAT. EAT is the stem, ETE, this E which stands for double bond character. Ethane, En is always you know that it is a single bond character. 5-membered ring, olane. 6-membered ring, ine, pyridine, ine. Okay, so this is how the ring size which describes about the stem name along with saturation and unsaturation. You can see few examples here. So this is a 3-membered heterocycle consisting of oxygen having no double bond. How to name this? First we can use the prefix name for heteroatom, oxa, ox, A will be silent. Then stem name is IR because it is a 3-membered ring. En stands for no double bond character, saturated. So therefore it is called oxyrane. Similarly, thyrane, diazyrane, there are 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay. Then 4-membered heterocycles, cyclobutane ring it is. Ox is the prefix name for heteroatom. ET is the ring size, that is the stem name of the 4-membered ring, and A stands for no double bond. Here you can see azitidine, it is having no double bond, but azete which is having double bond character. Okay. Then furan, it is having double bond. Oxygen, ox, 5-membered ring, ol, oxole. It is a tetrahydrofuran, oxolane it is. This we can call it as oxolane. Oxolane means having no oxygen atom Ol stands for 5-membered ring, En stands for the saturation, oxolane. This is the common name, tetrahydrofuran, pyrrolidine, pyrrole, it is the common name. Okay, so this is how we can name the compounds. Suppose a ring structure is consisting of two same or different heteroatoms. So here you will find two heteroatoms. It is called diazole. It is called as the diazole. Diazole means there are 5-membered ring, two nitrogen atoms, diazole. Okay, pyrazole, common name, imidazole, 1,2,4-triazole, oxazole, isoxazole, thiazole. Then here you can see other important set of heterocycles. Some are having two double bonds, and this particular example you can take. If double bond is present here, just I will draw the double bond. If it is a double bond character, then having no oxygen atom or no keto group, then it is called pyron. It is called as the pyron. Then if double bond, instead of double bond here, you will find the presence of this keto group at the second position, so therefore it is called 2-pyrone. 4-hydropyron. 4-hydro means here you will find only two double bonds. One more double bond is remained absent. It is hydrogenated. So therefore it is called 4-hydro. Reduced means double bond get reduced. So 4-hydropyron. Okay, here 4-pyrone because the keto group is present at the fourth position. Okay, so this is how even any other groups are being present, with respect to that we can give their names. Here pyridine, the two nitrogen atoms are there, but it is called pyridine. It is pyrimidine, pyrazine, etc. And fused ring heterocycles, quinoline, isoquinoline, benzopyridine. Okay, it is isoquinoline, benzopyrrole, it is indolomite. So this is the another slide which describes about again nomenclature, so you need not bother about this. Even you can see the names of the monocyclic compounds are derived by a prefix indicating the nature of heteroatoms present and introducing or omitting the a where necessary. Aziridine, oxytene, E is not there here. Okay, oxytene. Thiazine, 1,2,3 oxadiazole. So this is how you can give the name. So here just I have told you the state of hydrogenation is indicated in the suffix R by prefixes dihydro, tetrahydro, and so on by prefixing the name of the parent unsaturated compound with the symbol H. Okay, 2H6H. It is a hydro 1,5,2 dithiazine. It is 2H. Here no double bond. 6H. Here also you will not find any double bond character. It is a tetrahydro derivative. Okay, tetrahydro, because there is no double bond character here. So therefore 2H, 6H, tetrahydro 1,5. If you use tetrahydro, then you need not use this, or otherwise 2H6H, tetrahydro 1,5,2 dithiazine. Okay, this is the second position, and here you will not find any double bond character. Then these are some important basic kinds of heterocycles as per your syllabus, as already I have told you. Okay, so we shall discuss about only 5-membered monoheterocycles in this particular class. So with respect to this cyclopentadiene, here you will find there are 5 carbon atoms in the ring, and here with respect to this particular carbon atom, if replaced by nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, these are called 5-membered monoheterocycles. These are all aromatic in character, and this is proved by the NMR spectrum. Do you know about why the compounds are supposed to be called aromatic? Because they should have a conjugation in their structure, they have more stable and high resonance energy, and so on. These are all looks like conjugated dienes. So here these examples heterocycles are also in the conjugated dienes. Okay. So what about the synthesis of these 5-membered heterocycles? The 5-membered heterocycles like furan, thiophene, and pyrrole, they are prepared by simple method called Paul-Knorr synthesis, thereby using 1,4-diketones. But in fact, here in the steps it is given 2,5-dione. Why it is called 2,5-dione means hexane 2,5-dione. If no methyl groups are being present, it is 1,4-diketone. But methyl groups are there, so therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon. Hexane 2,5-dione, second carbon, fifth carbon. Keto groups are there. 2,5-dione. When treated with a strong acid, however, one more sentence is given. Treated with a base, it undergoes aldol condensation. This step is aldol condensation. It is this step. But when you go to this particular step, this is very, very important. When treated with a strong acid, however, it yields a substituted dimethyl furan, 2,5-dimethyl furan. When treated with a strong acid, the keto group is converted into enolic form initially as an intermediate. These two OH, they are converted into OH group and OH group, and later they proceed by elimination of water molecule and converted into 2,5-dimethyl furan. Then you go for related reactions with respect to synthesis of the thiophene. Instead of the H plus is the strong acid in the hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid and so on. But if you use hydrogen sulfide instead of this directly, cyclization enolic form is converted. Keto groups are converted into enolic structure. OH group is replaced by sulfur atom. Then ring cyclization is taking place, then converted into the thiophene. In the presence of amines or urea and other amides, etc., the ring cyclization is taking place, and first they convert it into enolic form. Keto form is converted into enolic form and then converted into respective derivative as a pyrrole. But in fact, I have not shown in detail here. Okay. So this is about the Paul-Knorr synthesis method. This is very, very important from the point of examination. Only from this particular the concept, you will find 3 to 4 different types of questions. Either they will split all the 3 methods of preparations: preparation of furan, preparation of thiophene, preparation of pyrrole. Separately, they will ask for 2 mark questions. Give the method of preparation of furan, only 2 mark. Just you can use it one for this, write this equation. For thiophene, you can write this equation. For pyrrole, you can write this equation. And even they will ask 5 mark question. How means explain method of synthesis, explain the synthesis of furan, thiophene, pyrrole by Paul-Knorr synthesis method. Okay, so this is one of the important methods to convert all the diketones into derivatives. Okay, today I will stop it here. You have learned in this particular class as the what are heterocycles, how they are being classified, and how they are going to be named, and you can focus only on 5-membered, 6-membered heterocycles and this Paul-Knorr synthesis of the furan, thiophene, and pyrrole. In the next session, I will discuss about the aromaticity and electrophilic substitution reactions of all these heterocycles and comparative study of aromaticity between furan, thiophene, and pyrrole. Okay, thank you.